Welcome to a little film about maths at A-level and other post-16 choices at Hazelwick School. So in this guide we're going to show you some slides and give you some details of the various options. I will be talking for a few minutes, then I'll hand over to my colleague Mrs Andrews, who is the Key Stage 5 coordinator at Hazelwick. So these are the options. We have A-level maths, very popular option, chosen by usually 80 students or so. A-level further maths, core maths qualification, and the resit of GCSE. So, some important questions. I won't bother reading them all because you can read them at your leisure as you watch the film. But we're going to talk through some of the answers to these questions so that it becomes a clearer choice for you and your children. So, A-level maths, the first of those options, is made up of 2/3 or 66% pure, so that's content such as algebra, trigonometry, follows on from what you've been learning in your GCSE. So there are new ideas, but they build on your old ideas. So if your GCSE went well, you'll be in a good position to do well with pure maths. 1/6 of the qualification is statistics, so including ideas from GCSE, such as distributions of data, but also building on those towards new developments. And the final 1/6 of the qualification is the study of mechanics, which is closely linked in with physics. So if you're thinking of A-level physics, mechanics would be a really good choice to go alongside that. So a few details about statistics. It's essentially analysing data, looking for patterns, looking for trends, and it links in with all sorts of jobs, such as actuarial studies. Huge part of what a lot of people do for their living. Mechanics, as I mentioned before, links with physics. It's the modelling of the world in various simplified ways, such as the motion of a ball once it's hit by a cricketer. So physics or engineering, I've mentioned already. You should definitely consider doing maths if you're going to be doing physics. Further maths is a really quite a difficult option, but a really prestigious option. If you're thinking of any qualifications beyond A-level that involve mathematical study, further maths would be a really good thing to consider. I would also recommend it for anyone who is good at maths and really enjoys the subject. But you will need to get a really good GCSE. You will need a grade 9 for that course. And what is covered? Well, 50% of it is pure, and then the remainder will probably be made up of a mixture of mechanics and what is called discrete/decision maths, which is closely linked with computer studies, the study of algorithms, etc. So the pure maths and further maths might lead you into fascinating areas such as matrices, which are widely used in computing, complex numbers. If you've ever wondered why your calculator says error when you're trying to solve a quadratic equation, that's because the answer might be imaginary, but in further maths you'll start to study numbers such as that. And discrete or decision maths allows you to solve problems such as the most efficient way for a salesperson to deliver their goods around a network of towns or houses. So lots of real-life problem solving within decision maths. So loads of reasons why you would study A-level maths, partly because it's really enjoyable, but also because it links in really well with university courses and leads to prestigious degrees, prestigious jobs I should say. At Hazelwick we have a very experienced team of specialist teachers, all of whom have relevant degrees and good subject knowledge and good use of technology. We encourage the use of graphical calculators to help you with your A-levels, and you can see the results from 2019 we've listed there. 2020 was obviously a different scenario, so we haven't detailed those results here. And over to Mrs Andrews to discuss core maths.
Hi, I'm Mrs Andrews and I coordinate Key Stage 5 maths, and for the last couple of years I've had the pleasure of teaching the core maths course as well as the A-level and the further. So core maths may be a course that you haven't heard of, but it's a course for those people who want to keep up their valuable math skills, but they're not planning to take A-level maths, or perhaps they don't meet the entry requirements for that course. Okay, it is a level 3 qualification, and we are finding that it is facilitating students to have improved offers at university and to really keep those skills going. It's focusing on using and applying maths to address real life problems, and they may be drawn from study, they may be drawn from work and life. So it's preparing you for the future beyond your sixth form studies with some really applicable math skills. Okay, sort of new things you'd be looking at would be a lot of statistics work, but applying that to real data sets and figures that we've seen in the media. You'll also be learning about financial maths, such as personal finance, tax, student loans, VAT, things like that. And you also get to do a little bit of algebra. Okay, so I think Core Maths is a fantastic course, and I would recommend anyone who's not thinking of doing the A-level to consider it, because you're going to be developing real life skills and you're going to be able to understand information better and make better informed decisions in general. Okay, if you're thinking of doing subjects such as geography, social sciences and business, you may find that the Core Maths may support your studies in that really well. And also, it's really helpful for skills for employment. We spend time looking at spreadsheets and developing spreadsheet skills. So I think that's really helpful for the workplace and life beyond Hazelwick. Okay. And there's a couple of quotes from some renowned people as to why they think Core Maths is useful to study. Okay, here are some sort of style problems that you might be asked to come on the course. So sort of things perhaps you might not have had to answer questions like this at GCSE. How much domestic water does the UK require? You know, you're going to need to use estimation and problem solving skills to answer that. And there's a lot of things that you need to think about. What about this one? Okay, at some point you're all going to be earning your own money, hopefully, and you need to work out how much you're going to be paying of your pension, how much tax you're going to be getting, how much your student loan might be to pay back. We'll be teaching you so you can understand your payslip and understand what that means for your finances. Okay, now at the present time there's lots of stuff in the media about COVID and all the work that's being done to analyse the statistics for the disease modelling. We'll be looking at the normal distribution and how we can decide whether the tests that's being conducted, is that accurate? How confident can we be in those statistics that are being generated? Okay, so there's lots of real life advantages of studying this course. Okay, so maths A-level, maths, core maths and further maths. I just wanted to bust a few myths. Okay. There are so many careers that you can do having studied maths. You don't have to just be a maths teacher. I'm going to talk through some of those. And also, further maths is a really useful course for people, not just those who are wanting to do more maths, but those who are wanting to be studying further engineering, maybe physicists, maybe we've had students going on to do economics and so on from their further maths course. Okay, it's relevant to so many careers and degrees. If you've got improved quantitative skills, you're going to be very much more marketable. Okay, so hopefully that's been a useful roundup of the courses we offer at Hazelwick in the maths department and given you a flavour of the sort of things you might be studying. If you want to find out any more, please do come and ask one of the maths teachers, or myself, Mrs Andrews, or Mr Atkinson, head of maths. We'll all be more than happy to help you. We've got some other suggestions of some places where you might want to go and do a bit of more research, perhaps looking at your future options and what grades you're going to need for the courses you're interested in post Hazelwick.